YouTube, what's going on? This Lord Solar 6075, aka the Fire Twin, guys, and I'm here again with another Jurrac deck. This is a brand new build. This is my anti-meta build. A.M.J is what I like to call it for short. And I know you guys are like, what? Jurracs anti-meta? Yeah, it's Jurracs anti-meta. I hit the chalkboard again, came up with some new stuff. I looked over the format, and it wasn't like my last deck wasn't working. But this deck is a more evolved form of my last deck. This deck is going to have way more better matchups against a lot of decks in the format. As you guys know, Jurracs has a phenomenal game 2 against a lot of decks. So I just wanted to incorporate game 1 to be more phenomenal than game 2. And I'm going to explain that in this anti-meta Jurrac build. Today, who I got sitting in with me is my brother Water Twin and my friend Wizcaster. Those guys are both on my friends list, so you guys can add them. You know, if you guys want to sub to them or whatever, friends them or whatever. But Wizcaster has all the spellcaster decks, profiles and stuff. My brother has all the water builds and your fish OTK and your other builds like that. Probably Ice Barrier is what he got coming, and of course the Leviathan Dragon, Levere with the Ocean deck and stuff like that. He has that on his channel. Alright, getting into the deck, we got double Hera, triple Dino, or Dino, however you want to say it, triple Guiba, double Velo, one Galim, one Terra for, bouncing back to Shin, that's his only purpose in there, double Starico, double Alo, triple Dig, triple Lance, double Solidarity. I know, guys, I talked a lot of shit on this card, but that was my last build. This is a new build, so we're doing things differently, but this is what's going on right now, so, let's put them Solidarities to work now. Book of Moon, Monster Born, Giant Trinade, Pot Average, Double Space, Mind Control, and Dark Hole. Alright, this is these next 3 cards, guys, what makes this deck a little bit anti-meta-ish. What it does make it anti-meta-ish. It's Royal Oppression. If you guys are not main decking Royal Oppression, by now you guys should. Jurracs perform well on the Royal Oppression. It's not like we need to special summon to beat anybody since we have Solidarity in this build. So we don't really need the Synchro. We just need to hit you. And so Solidarity should be in everybody's main board if you're playing Jurrac. So there we go with that. And the other 2 cards I got here is Goals and Match and Skill Drain. What really made me want to make this deck into an anti-meta deck is I was looking over a couple cards like Hera, Deno, Velo, Starico, and Alo. The main guys of the deck, really. And I was like, okay, let's see what these guys can work under. I think all those cards can really work on a skill drain because they all have like graveyard effects, and these guys are cost to be sent to the graveyard, Deno and Alo, so you guys get those guys effects. And Goals and Match is just that added piece to the deck to just slow your opponent down, to keep them moving at a slow pace, but don't keep you moving at a slow pace. You know what I mean? Just keep them going like, oh shit, one type. So that gives a chance for your Guibas to get their hits, your Denos to get their hits. Even Velo gets in there sometimes. So this deck is all about slowing your opponent down to the point where they're just slugging around and they're not really doing much, and you're able to capitalize off beating them over the head with high swingers with Solidarity and draw power. Since your draw power is not cut off by skill drain, you guys are still able to do whatever you really want to do. Bring back your monsters from the graveyard. And Starico plays in case they still want to swing at you. You still get your Hera plays on. So it's actually pretty good in here. So I main deck 1, 1, and 1. I side deck 2 Goals and Match. I side deck 2 Skill Drains. And since we're on the Goals and Match right now, we're gonna go ahead and switch over to the Rival Warlords. This is just personal preference, guys. I main board Goals and Match for the first turn. For the first matches against Dopplers, Dandies, which just won YCS Orlando yesterday, and 6 Sams. This card Rick 6 sounds. But I haven't forgot about everybody else. I mean, all the other things like, just regular straight type decks. So that's where Rival Warlord plays a big part. And so, but it's just personal preference. If you want to main board rivalry over Goals Match, that's just fine. But my personal preference, I'm taking out 6 sounds first game. And first game. And second game, it's going to be even fucking harder for them to fucking win. Alright, Rival Warlord pretty much has the same ruling as Goals Match. Same ruling, guys. Just one deals with types, one deals with attributes. So that's the whole kit on that. To move on through the deck, we got Monster Born, Torrential Call, Compulse, Double D Present, and Double Balance. That wraps up the deck. That's the main board. One card in particular, since I am running Solidarity in this build. And you can't synchro early game, and you're worried about, okay, what if I do pull in the Solidarity? I was gonna really main board Transmigration Prophecy. Pot of Average is gonna help a little bit. If you synchro for another type other than dinosaurs, but it's only so much. So I side a Transmigration Prophecy. What this card is, it's like I don't know if you guys really know what this is. It came out a while back, but Transmigration Prophecy does this: select 2 cards from the graveyards, either player graveyard, guys. Shuffle them into the deck, into the owner's deck. So what it basically does, it's like a better crevice from a different dimension, but it puts them back in the deck. And it does either player graveyard. So you go, all right, I'll put my 1 Scrap Dragon that's in my graveyard and your 1 Stardust that's in your graveyard back in the Synchro deck, or anything like that. So this deck is going to help you out in game 2 if you're dealing with Dopplers and Dragonities and shit like that. So that's what this shit is for. So that's the only reasons in the side, among other cards. And I guess the biggest part of this is side decking, because you guys have to be able to read your opponent, read their deck, and be able to know it to side out. You wouldn't always play Solidarity against your opponent. You might want to put in the Burden of the Mighties, because if you put in the Burden of the Mighties, you're pretty much good to double Burden of the Mighty, by the way, to replace the double Solidarity. That way you can go ahead and synchro into anything you want to synchro into. But of course you have to, have conflict with the Goals Match and Rival Warlord, whatever one you choose to side in or side out, whatever the case may be. So that's what we're dealing with right there. So I do run 2 Burden of the Mighties in my extra deck. My side deck for side decking purposes against decks I'm not clear on what's going on. And just to talk more about the side deck, my other side deck choices are Spirit of Flames and Ancient Flameveil Identity. Haha, Flameveils. I really, really love this card. This is one of my favorite synchros in the world. This guy is really, really good. Of course, you guys know I play Flameveils, and I rape with this guy so hard. This guy's will tear up the debris plays. He'll tear up the Doppler plays, the junk plays, light swarms. He just put a strain on any deck that likes to use the graveyard. So I like, all right, well, that's kind of anti-meta-ish, whatever. So let's incorporate it into the Jurrac. So how can I do that? As you guys know, I've been playing Fire for a very, 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 very long time. I'm talking about since the game started, I've been playing Fire. So this is one of the cards that was in my original build. If I had to go back and make my deck all over again, the first Fire deck I ever made, this guy is the main guy. This guy is like my Hera. This guy is like my Flameveil Fire Dog. And I know pretty much you guys don't really know who he is. His name is Spirit of the Flames. He's a 4-star pyro type monster. This monster can be special summoned by removing 1 fire monster from the grave to out of play. Increase the attack of this monster by 300 during the battle phase. So he's a 2,000 swinger during your battle phase, and he's 17 when your opponent swings on you. So that's really a good effect from when I was playing back then. It was pretty much God. But he's in there for more important things. He's able to give me that power I need to synchro with Ancient Flameveil Identity, which takes a fire tuner and pyro type monster. So that lets me go into Identity, and this is all in the side deck. So you got to be able to gauge, your opponent and see what's going on with their deck and be able to read their deck. So if you side this in, you would definitely side out your Solidarities for Burden of the Mighties. And definitely side out your, you would actually keep your Goals Match in there. So But this is pretty much my build for right now. I'm still working on the side deck. Oh, look at me. I messed up the deck. I'm still working on the side deck, guys. So that's why it's only a few cards right now. But you guys get the gist of what's going on. Your main cards in the deck are like Skill Drain and Goals and Match and Robert Warlords. But it all depends on the player and the player that you're playing against. So you guys have to be able to distinguish, you know, what to side in, what to side out, you know, to continue to win games. You know, Lance is only going to do so much. Solidarity is only going to do so much for you. But the main cards in here that's made this deck anti-meta-ish is Goals and Match, Skill Drain, and Royal Oppression. These three cards, guys, are going to hurt your opponent first game. That's what I was accomplishing with this deck, to hurt your opponent first game and to even crush them even more second game. So this is what it's all about. This is my anti-meta Jurrac deck, the A.M.J, produced by your boy Fire Twin, and I'm out, guys.